Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and this truck is my personal 1954 Ford F100. It's a short bed truck, and I've had it for a while. It's our most reliable daily driver we've got in the shop besides our Mustang, and just the easiest truck to drive. My wife drives this truck, enjoys it. We've made a few improvements to it since the last time I did pictures and a video, so I thought I'd redo pictures and a video. Not a whole lot, just spent a few $100s, a little less than $1,000, putting a new bed in it and putting some emblems on it. So we're going to just take it for a quick drive, show you around the truck. All the gauges are working and functional. Just put fresh gas in it. It's got a full tank of gas. Voltage meter works. Temp gauge works. It's about 40 degrees this morning here in Georgia, so we're still waiting for the truck to warm up. Oil pressure works great. I do have the lights on too. Stereo works.
All right, let's check in here. Who's going to see Rob Thomas and Dean?
So I've got a working stereo, which is really nice. Got a working heater. Nice on a cold morning. Transmission shifts nice and smooth. I believe that the speedometer is pretty accurate, maybe off by 5 miles an hour. I had somebody following me one time. I called and said, "How fast are we going?" We were pretty close. So just double checking that, but. My usual drive. I forgot to do my finger test here, but it does drive nice and straight. A little neighborly action going on there. I don't know if these people are getting on the school bus or what, but nice sounding engine. I really like the exhaust. This truck is not too aggressive, but it's you know, definitely sounds like an old, you know, antique truck. Hood opens with one hand, which is nice. I just did that with one hand. Now this is an Oldsmobile 350, very reliable. And one of the things I actually like about this truck is that the Oldsmobile donor vehicle from bumper to bumper, and Oldsmobiles and Buicks, their reliability, but also their reputation for just comfort, you can feel it when you drive this truck. My wife said this is her favorite truck she's ever driven. It drives like an Oldsmobile. It's really smooth. It's got plenty of power. We put the Batwing chrome air cleaner on it, matching valve covers underneath the hood. No rust to speak of. Nice clean inner fender well. Nice rust free. No rust on the hood there. Now when we go to close the hood back up, it does do its kind of typical F100 thing. You'll see kind of hangs up. It's pretty normal. I've had a lot of these trucks, and it's hard to get those springs just right. But it closes and locks nice as I pull on it there. So I'm going to shut the truck off to be able to hear just a little bit better. Lines on this truck are really straight. Of course, I've got the lights on. I guess I can go turn them off. So when I got this truck, actually, the guy that had built the truck decided he wanted to do, he did a delete of every single piece of chrome on it except for the door handles and the mirrors. So it had no emblems on it. And the last time I did a photo shot, shoot on this truck. It didn't have any emblems on it or anything. It didn't even have bumpers. So we put brand new bumpers on it. We put a brand new emblems on it. So these are all brand new. These are not cheap, by the way. If you want to look them up, they're expensive. Went ahead and put the new F100 on, right back in the exact spot they're supposed to go in. The lines on the truck are really nice, and they did a line delete, which I don't normally like, but whoever did this one actually did a really good job. I don't really see any cracks. I've been concerned that you might see cracks and things like that, but I've had the truck long enough now and driven it enough, and I live on a dirt road, which really can shake up a vehicle, and haven't noticed any issues. A brand new rear bumper as well. We put a brand new bed in it. This is a really high-end cabinet grade style plywood is all it is, with a billet aluminum opening here for the fuel. And I actually just took the time, it took me about 2 hours, but very carefully with a torch. I took the time to torch every grain. We just went right, just like an artist. I watched an artist do this one time actually. So just torched every grain. It's got 4 coats of poly on it, and it just really shiny. It actually is removable, so if you really wanted to, underneath it is actually a steel bed. And if you really wanted to, you could take it out. I've actually had a lot of guys ask me to build them removable beds, especially in a case like this where the bed inside's a steel bed. So we also went ahead and put on brand new locks, or tailgate chains. So just kind of finishing off the look, that kind of to make it to where we could say, hey, you know what, this truck really absolutely doesn't need anything at all. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights off, not to wear the batteries down, but even the interior lights work. The light up here, well, the last time I turned it on, it worked. I may just need a new bulb, but pretty sure that the light up there works as well. I think the only thing, for some reason, I know this horn button doesn't work, which aftermarket horn buttons rarely do. I believe there's a horn button down here below, and it's clicking. We may need to check that out, but that would be a super simple fix. It's got an I did it column, brand new billet column, tilt column. Turn signals all work, brake lights work, headlights work, brights work, everything. Inside, the door panels look great. Now, this is not a perfect truck. This isn't this isn't the truck from the Expendables movie, the $65,000 Sylvester Stallone built, but it kind of looks like it, and for half the price. So beautiful brand new seat cover. And I say brand new, I mean it's been on there for about a year or so. I drive the truck regularly. It's really actually super comfortable. You can see that it's really plush. Whoever covered this seat did a great job. It's got seat belts in it, matching headliner, and like I said, the speakers. It's also got speakers in the back. I'm not exactly sure if they're hooked up. I've never paid attention to it, but it actually sounds really good. The stereo in it sounds really good when you got it cranked up. So windshield wipers are also functional, and they do work. All the glass is in great shape. Windows roll up and down easily. I mean, really easily, especially compared to other trucks I've had. Doors closed, nice and solid. And as you could hear earlier in the beginning of the video when I'm driving it, not a lot of wind noise inside. These trucks, it's very rare to get one of these old trucks, any Ford or Chevy or Dodge, I guess, to be completely quiet inside. It's almost impossible unless you just go to great lengths. So I would say that this is a pretty darn quiet truck, but I'm not going to say it's perfectly quiet. In fact, I think the nice thing is this: usually where you hear wind is around the doors and windows. This truck, not so. I believe actually that little bit of wind noise we were getting is from the vent up here in the front. So it's got 17-inch wheels matching all the way around with that new tires. They probably got a couple thousand miles on them. They're basically like new tread. Underneath the truck is very clean as well. Again, let's see if we can see these step-ups are in great shape. And actually these are fiberglass step-ups. Somebody had replaced these years ago with fiberglass so that they would never rust. Original floor pan. I know it's a little bit dark under here, but that's the actual battery box, which is still in great shape. And these are the original floor pans. I know the camera is going upside down, but I'm going to try and show you that there is that rear cab corner, inner cab corner's got some Bondo in it. That there's one little tiny rust hole there. Go hold the camera real Probably about the size of a dime. I'm gonna say a dime, maybe a nickel. All other than that, it's really, really clean under here. The frame looks great. I don't see any rust in the frame at all. It's got a newer exhaust system, turn downs in the back. Independent suspension in the front. It's got disc brakes. They're power disc brakes. This is a GM bolt pattern on the wheels. There are 4 on 5 on 4 3/4. But you can see that it's nice and clean up under here. Front end all looks good. Again, no rust to speak of. Same on this side. Let me see if I can slide under far enough to show that cab corner. Yeah, this side, the cab corner is nice and clean. And I'm sorry it's so dark under here. I wish I could show that better. But step sides look great. Bottoms of the doors. Maybe just a couple of little tiny bubbles here. See if we can get the camera to adjust now that I'm coming out into the light. There we go. Well, there you have it. We want to finish up and not run long on the video. This is, like I said, probably one of the most reliable driving trucks I've ever had. 1954, which also, by the way, if you're born in 54, you're looking for a 54, when I say grab it up, it doesn't have to be mine. I'm not trying to make a sales pitch on mine specifically, but just as an automobile lover, I don't know why, I've never figured it out, but 1954s are the hard ones to find. And it's weird. You can find 53s and 55s. I've talked to old timers. I'm a young guy. I'm in my 40s, but talked to a lot of friends. I've been doing this for about 11 years now with classic cars, and there's something about finding a 54. So we always tell people snatch them up when you can. But I'm gonna be sad to see this one go. We got the Mustang. We put it up for sale too. I'm gonna be sad to see her go. But you know, we've just gotta keep on rolling and allowing other people to enjoy these vehicles too. Can't keep them all. Look forward to hearing from you. You can check out our website. It's peachtreeclassiccars.com here in Fayetteville, Georgia.